they've all done them things. Can we get it up to 100k likes, please, and 100 shares? And we're having a discussion on the whole Max going into CA's live and what people's opinion on that. Do you think it was scummy? Do you think it was a kick in the cods to Chippy? Do you think it was payback to him? Do you think it was safeguarding? I think it was the first three and not the last. I'll be truthful. I just think it was score a point, a one-upmanship, and payback. And that does not make me feel any different about Max. I still like Max. But again, with your friends, I think call the bad behaviour out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not being an awful friend. I'm just showing everybody I'm not biased. Thank you, me babies. Thank you, my legging idea. Thank you, everybody, for me Aunt Me's. I'm not being an awful friend. I'm just being a truthful friend. And again, it's like Pua Blaster will speak about that too, because that was actually vile and disgusting what happened with Blaster. And CA of all people, when she sat on a live and said, oh, I'm giving my diddies a little robe, and if you could only see them now. So what was the difference? Why is everybody not calling CA out for the comment? She's willing to call people out. All that you ever hear will come out of her mouth is, Alex, crab paste and tears, and you said this. So she's willing to call people out for what other people said, and yet nobody is going and calling the bush out for what she says. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what she's doing to people. That woman has a real life illness and showing her scars. Listen, if Blaster, do me a favour, go over and tell Blaster if she wants to come over, she's more than welcome. If she's having a cry and a breakdown, I don't like pulling her on for that, but if she wants to come over and speak about it, she more than can. Blaster done nothing wrong in my opinion, not one thing, but I think it's scummy what CA is doing to her. CA is a down and out right bully, and Albert the Lollipop next to her is worse than what she is, because why hasn't he called her out for saying, well, I don't think that's very nice what you're doing now, or what you're saying now, or I don't agree with that. He sits and he blows smoke up the butthole. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and if you want to share the live, if to Max, like I say, I'll still have my same opinion to Max. And I'm more of a friend to Max than I am to Chippy. But when wrong things has been done, end of. I don't like it. Stop with all the fucking underhandedness on the app. Stop with the double standards on the app. If somebody does something, call them out. If not, you're enabling the behaviour. The same as Chippy this morning. He was still back in the vomit one when she will kick him under the bus fair and square, and Chippy, because they give him that money for Christmas, it's like he's being bought, and I'm saying that too. How's about that? I come on in a lovely mood, and 3 different things that's been mentioned absolutely pissing me off no end. When we get to 100k likes, everybody, 100 shares, we'll open the boxes and you can have your discussion. So the quicker we get up there, the quicker we'll start. Fucking hell, I'm on my second puff of my granny in no time. I know I'm stressed this morning, to this afternoon even, why I'm still cocked in my pyjamas. Afternoon, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for your heart maze and things. But no, let's address a few elephants in the room, because I'm sick of the fucking hypocrisy on this app, honestly. And then they'll say, yes, we're Dan. So what? Has Dan threatened to rub his bits and say, I wish you could only see it now? No, but CA did. And then, again, Chippy won't call Hayley out because she given the money for her in a community, given the money for Christmas. So to me, it's like he's being bought and she's in his back pocket. And then Max, with the underhanded tricks of what she went to see is live, knew that was going to happen, tried to out Chippy's son, and it was a kick in the cods for him, whichever way you look at it. So yes, I'm pulling Chippy up on one thing and backing him on the other. How's about that for fucking non-biased Rome? What you wowing at, me babby? What you wowing? Tell us what you wowing at. Go on, you're allowed your opinion. Come on, we're never going to get started with the boxes going if we're not getting the shares out there and we're not getting the likes up. So the quicker you do them, me babbies, I'll put people in the boxes. Flip-flop. Who, me? That's one thing I'll never be on this app, is a flip-flop. Not for Canadian, not for Chippy, and not for Max. I'm sorry, I won't be a flip-flop for anybody, even me friends, me bestest friends in the world. I will not be a flip-flop for nobody. If they're in the wrong, they're in the wrong. You're kidding. Oh, but you know what I'm like with the comments? You bet your life I'll always pick the bad one out. But definitely not a flip-flop. I don't care who it is. I'll always have me honest to God's opinion. End of. Come on, that's more like it'll be up to 30, nearly 30 there, 34k. 5 more minutes and I'm sure we'll hit the 100k. When we do the 100k and the 100, we've only got 36 reposts. We'll get up to there. I know everybody's telling us the Blaster is crying. If the Blaster wants to come across and have a speak about what Canadian Bush is saying about her, she's more than welcome to. She's entitled to her opinion and she's entitled to go back at that bush, that grey bush, and give her what for. Definitely, because that woman has shown scars what come from her cancer, from her real life situation that was going on, and that was fucking wrong. Big up my Millie. Thank you, me baby. But nobody's pulled Greybush up about sitting saying, oh, my titties is good. I'm sitting here and I might give them a little rub. Who's pulling her up about that? That's a 13 app plus app when they want it to be. That's what it is. Come on, we're halfway there with the taps, Babby. You're just doing marvellous. We're nearly there. No, I'm not backing down today. Once it's up to 100k, I'll let people in the boxes. And you, my top girl, I can see you. Nobody in the boxes to 100k. Thank you. I love you and all that, like, but we'll wait till we get to 100k. And we're 43 shares, so come on, me babbies. It's all free. No, come on, I have to be a bit firmer. Wow, I'm going ham. You can go ham when you go in the box when we get to 100k, not before. So shut up and wait till it's 100k. And then you'll get up here even quicker, me babby. No, I'm going to be a bit firmer like all these other pages that's firmer. My time's not free either. Big up, me babbies. Thank you. I blame Cockapoo. Yes, can we have hashtag blame Cockapoo in the comments? Everybody else does. Yes, Winnie, you agreeing with us. Thank you, me baby. Even Winnie's agreeing with us. It was just said, get me in. I'll get the taps in. That's it. We're nearly there, babbies. See, you're doing marvellous now. When we're all getting together as a group, look what we can do. Come on, just 20 more shares and 25k taps and we're there. I love yous. That's it, me babby. See, they're going up bloody marvellous now. You can share the live to Max as well, please. If you want to share the live to Blaster, you can. The same as even the Bush. If she wants to come in or Vomit wants to come in, they can all come in the box today. We'll have a free-for-all. Mood, I'm in. We'll have a free-for-all. Get it all out on the table. That's it. Come on, 15 more K and we're there. We're there with the shares. Thank you, everybody. I love yous. We're there with the shares. We're nearly at 100k and then mods can let people up. Woohoo! If you haven't got your heart me's in, the mods are going through. But thank you to everybody that sent them. Pearl, have you fallen out with Ange? No. Who you on about, our DA? Definitely not. I'll let my Cockapoo in because, I mean, it's her fault all of this is happening.
What do you mean? How come I'm in the box?
Eh?
You've broken your own rule. You need 100k taps.
I know, but we're there now, basically. No. I thought you were going to tell us about something.
No.
We're at 100k now, so go on, mods. You can let up my top girl in because she's desperate. She's biting at the chomp here. I can feel it.
Top girl. Top girl.
Cockapoo, you've been mean to her today.
She's pulling her face because she didn't get a Chanel bronzer.
Oh.
What did you say, Cockapoo?
I said she's pulling her face because she didn't get a Chanel bronzer.
Blonzer? What's a blonzer?
I don't know. I'm very confused.
She's very confused, my top girl.
Pearl,
Calm down. Get it out there.
Don't be taking the piss out the way I speak. You can't.
So, are we going
Did
to
she
share
just
the
take the piss out of my stutter then?
You took the piss out of me saying blonzer first.
Condescending cunt.
Thank you.
That didn't stop.
I cherish that.
Oh, it's all kicking off with me two bloody mods. It's kicking off, everybody.
No, Pearl, she made me cry.
Oh, that's terrible. We can't have my little top girl crying.
Hey, Pearl, you know what you know when your kids think one gets more than the other?
Aha.
That's what this whinging bitch is going on about.
Legit. That 100%.
Oh, Becky, thank you for the treasure box, me baby. Everybody thank Becky if you get a coin. Thank you.
Jodie send you my address.
No, she hasn't got my number.
So, mods, you can pop people in now. We stick to our agreement. Put people in, but if we share the live to Max, because I don't think Max was impressed with what I said this morning. But again, I think friends should also be able to call when they think it's been bad behaviour, underhanded tactics. I think it should be allowed to be called out. Because a true friendship is not blowing smoke up each other's buttholes. I know Blaster's crying, she's upset. I have said to people, go across and tell her if she wants to come across and speak about anything, she can. She can. Because I've got her back 100% on this, I'm sorry.
This is her first rodeo with regards to the whole app, sort of every box or every line you go into, someone chatting shit about you.
Yeah.
And it's a lot when it happens.
Exactly. Good morning, afternoon, everyone.
You two's world.
Hello, Queen, Ladybug and Paula. Paula's still loading.
Oh, sorry. Give me 30 minutes. I'll be back, man.
Right, go on then and calm down. Oh, Cockapoo, you've affected her.
No.
She is upset.
Yes, she dragged me into her life this morning and gave me what for.
Yeah, and Shona Scout, she shouldn't be getting any. Exactly, my Courtney. Why should Blaster be penalised for having a traumatic illness that affects, I would say, 99.9% of people? That we all know somebody who's had that. We all have people most of us will have had people in the family that's been affected by it. We know somebody, way, shape and form, who has had that illness, and that's wrong to be going at her for showing people her scars, what she is proud of, because she's beat things. So why should she be penalised for that? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? I think Blaster stands for injustice, and I think she feels as though she's being penalised, and not for something that she's done wrong, for something that she's actually did from a good place.
Exactly, and you come from that same place, my Cockapoo, and you were questioned on it, and to me, it was all wrong. It should never have been. It was your. This is why I say don't. Because you know when you're bringing anything to the app, and I'll still stand by it, anything at all, then you're giving people the right to have the opinion on it.
Yeah, and that's why I've never kicked off, never jumped up and down, never screamed and shouted about it, never, faked rage over it, because it was my choice to share what I did, and
exactly,
it's also my choice not to share anything more.
Exactly. And sometimes you have to fuck up and make a mistake by doing something like that to realise I'll never do that again. And it just shows you, gives you that little taste of how cruel this app can be.
But it's the people. So for me, I think that if you feel strong enough to withstand any sort of criticism, what have you, bring what the fuck you want to the app. Talk about what the fuck you want on the app. Just know that not 100% of the people 100% of the time are ever going to be behind you.
Exactly, and that was the best way that can be put, that there when people say, when they listen to me and say, don't bring your traumas to the app, you know, I don't understand the meanation of the words. In my head, I know what I'm trying to say, but I just can't get it out my mouth properly. That's the perfect way to put it. Nobody's telling anybody don't bring your trauma to the app, but I advise them not to, because I think I've seen that many times the repercussions of what happens to people. And when people are down, people will kick you even harder just to make sure they've got that last little dig in, they've got that last bit of pain caused to you. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, it's sad as well, because you should be able to talk about anything, but personally me, I wouldn't. And there's lots of things going on in my life, lots of things will go on in the future, and I won't bring it to the app because I won't allow people to use it against me, and that's what they do. That's the sad reality of it. They'll use it against you.
And everyone does, yeah. So, yeah, it is. I don't know if people get this about me, but it's very, very hard to, you know, when people talk about all of the things, I don't get triggered by people's behaviour and what they do and what they say and all the rest of it. The only thing, I'm a bit like Pearl. We've never discussed this, but I've heard you say it, Pearl. I find it really hard to listen to anything to do with, you know, anything that's happened that's really bad to children.
Yeah.
I can't watch it. I don't stop on it. I don't dwell on it. I never see it on my FYP.
That's me. And that's what I said, because that truly in real life affects me. So anything to do with children, anything to do with animals, that would affect me bad. And that's why you'll never hear me talk about it. You'll never see me play a video on it. You'll see me do nothing, because I don't like it and it affects me. And that's how you know when people don't talk about them things, won't look at them things and won't show them things, it truly in real life affects you. So that's why I just don't.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies. Leah and Queen Ladybug. Hello. Hi, Leah.
I don't think Leah knows she's in the box.
No, I'll take her out.
Sounds like she's in the tumble dryer.
Exactly. Queen Ladybug. No. She's been there for a week and never spoke. Right, anybody now who wants to get in the box, please request and come in and have your say on things.
Just come in and say hello. Oh, hello, Joe.
Hi, Pearl. How cocker?
Hi, my Joe.
Hello.
How are you?
How you doing?
I'm good. Are you?
Not too bad, thanks. Not too bad. I think this whole thing is so sad, and it could have been avoided, because there are some people that I don't get on with, and if I saw their children live and doing things they shouldn't do, I would not have gone to a 2K live. I'd have done whatever I could to get hold of them personally and make them aware. So no matter what her intentions were, it's just wrong.
Agreed. I agree, and you've just heard us have my opinion. Max was in the chat, and she was like saying she never done this, that, and the other, and I agree. But she was entitled to her opinion, but I also was entitled to mine. I think everybody should be allowed the opinion, and let's get it out there, speak about it, end it. The kids done what kids do.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You a lot of noise there, love.
No matter the parenting, kids will find a way of doing what kids want to do.
Exactly. And so you're okay, Leah. And listen, it's like this, you know, all of this, like, take the phones off and take this. Do you know my advice to that? I think, no, you should be able to trust your child. Yeah. Don't take things off them, because all you learn them to do then is be sneaky and underhanded about things.
Exactly.
Hey, do you know Rembo was in the chat? I think it was being discussed in another live, and Rembo said, when my child had grown up and I found out what they'd been up to, you know, I went mad. And I remember sitting down with my mum and telling her a few things, and she was absolutely like shocked that I'd basically been able to, you know, to get away with as much as I got away with.
And we've all been there. We've all been kids, and we've all done underhanded things. Even if you've told a lie to your parents, you've done underhanded things. So, like...
And if you go all gun at them, they're going to deny it. Even if they're put on the spot, they're going to, you know, they're going to lie.
They'll go undercover, in the darkness, and then do things behind your back. That's why I don't think it's a good thing at taking phones off them, stopping them from going here, stopping them from going there. Let them be truthful with you. Let them know they can trust their parents to tell them anything, and whether it be good or bad, your child should have that trust. And when you reprimanding them for the word, what I would choose, by taking things off them, stopping them from going places, you're making them be sneaky and underhanded. That's my opinion on it.
Because the more you're like that, you're sort of driving them away and they go elsewhere, which is what you don't want them to do.
Hi, Scout Slayer. Exactly. So has anybody shared this live to Max? Because I would like Max to come up and explain why she thought she was safeguarding Chippy's son, when I've had my opinion this morning. I think it was just a kick in the cods and it was being underhanded and it was a one-up.
I don't really know Max. I haven't got an axe to grind with her. I don't dislike us. But what has been done wasn't safeguarding. It wasn't. No matter how you try and twist it, it wasn't.
Exactly. But I do know she knows I'm live, and listen, if she wants to come in, she can come in. And again, and that goes for the vomit can come in, any of people can come in, her friends, current mods, they can all come in and have the say on things. And what else was it? Oh, the blaster. If anybody's got an opinion on anything, please come up and think why it's okay for certain people to call people out for showing their trauma when they can sit on a live, and whichever way you look at about CA, it was actual what she was saying on that live, saying mine's a nice looking pair of diddies, and I'm even rubbing them, wish you could see them. So what's the difference with her being scummy and saying that to Blaster showing her scars, that she's overcome her illness? Up there. New generation, do you know you're in the box?
What that woman said earlier in Chippy's live to Blaster was so disgusting.
Sorry, my Joe, what did you say?
What that woman said in Chippy's live earlier to Blaster was so disgusting.
What did she say? I didn't see Chippy.
She just went at her. She was just like saying that she was embarrassing for doing what she'd done, and even though she'd had a grandparent that had survived cancer or whatever, and she was just going at her and just being absolutely vile. Like, there was no woman supporting woman. It was just, whether you agree with someone showing their scars or not, she was just absolutely vile to her.
Agreed. And like, that'll be somebody that sits in the Canadian bushes live and laughs at her about playing with the diddies and saying she wished people could see them. So I don't get it myself, honestly. Do you know, like the people on here, and I'll say it, they're like sheep, and it depends what room you go into, as if you agree with that person who's holding the live, or if not, or you're kissing both. I never ever, and yous know, please, I hope yous know me now, even if you've got a grievance against me, come in and tell us. You're not going to be like kicked out the box or muted for having your opinion. But again, don't constantly spam in the comments the same thing that you're saying, because that aggravates the life out of us. But come up, feel free and have your opinion. Who was that last who was spamming in the comments and said she was muted for having an opinion?
Suze, wasn't it? Or Soz? Something like that.
Or Soz.
I've not muted anyone.
If you're in the chat, no, I know who it was, Suze. So, Suze, if you're in the chat and you want to come up in the box, please come up in the box and have your opinion. Scars are not fun, they have been through. Exactly. And anybody who's following me on this account, if you're not following me main, please, it's the same, but without the backup. Thank you. Does anybody want to come up? Come on, this is why I've come across to this side for, so people can come in and have the opinion on things. Probably because Chippy was supporting Blaster.
Donna's come in the box.
Who?
Oh, she's dropped. Okay. But I think a lot of people don't realise they're in. I'll let them in.
I'm surprised more people aren't up, because so many people have got a strong opinion about this.
Exactly. Hi, new generation. Do you know you're in the box? New generation. Do you know you're in the box? Hello?
That's the second time now she's come in.
Trisha's readings. Do you know you're in the box?
Yeah,
Hi.
so firstly, I just want to say, Pearl, what you've been doing is amazing. And being so unbiased with it all and allowing everyone to have to say. I think in regards to Chippy's son, I just think it's wrong.
Sorry, 1 second. Who's snoring or heavy breathing?
Not me.
Chat or Sal's?
Not me.
So it's Sal's. That's it. Go on. Sorry, Trisha.
Yeah. So I just think it's wrong. It wasn't safeguarding at all. I think I'm coming from a parent's perspective as well. I have a teenage daughter. She has her ways of getting round these apps that you can do to kind of keep tracks on them. It doesn't work. They are so tech savvy now that they just don't get the ability to have that parenting in a sense. And since we've kind of reduced those kind of restrictions that she would have needed, you know, a few years ago, she's actually become a better child because actually she is more open with sharing anything that she's worried about on her phone. She'll come to us, she will say, oh, this has happened. Is this okay? Is it not okay? And that relationship has just built so much stronger bonds as well by having those discussions of what is safe, what isn't safe. So, yeah, I have to say I don't agree with what happened with Chippy's son. And as for the blaster, I think good on her for actually raising that awareness around breast cancer. People, they know about the ads, they know about this, but they don't know real life stories half the time. So I think good on you, blaster.
Exactly. Nobody should be ever ashamed of what's happened to them in their
Absolutely
life.
not. But
Because they've survived that. So who's anybody, and especially somebody who will never put the face on screen because they're not truthful and don't know who the cells are, why should they be allowed to question and blame somebody for a vile thing
Exactly.
when she was shown as scars and she should be entitled to do what she wants
100%. And I
about
think,
her trauma?
yeah, I just think don't make comments on things that you know is just going to come back and bite you in the behind, really. But I will jump down and let everyone else have their say.
Well, thank you for that,
Thank
Tricia.
you.
Thank you now. Bye. Have a nice day. Hi, ladies. Jenny, Chat, Donna, and I've said hi to Joe. Hi. 1 second, Chat. I think you were in the longest. Do you want to have your say?
If you don't mind.
Yeah, go on.
To make a few points. Thank you for having me up.
You're welcome.
I will quickly say about the blaster. You know, respect to her. I nursed my mum through breast cancer. Thankfully, she came through it. So she has scars to bear, but appreciate that and respect to her for doing it. I understand why she did, and yeah. And on the Chippy front, I've got 3 daughters, and they're all teenagers now. One's an adult. Do you know what? These kids are a nightmare. You cannot police them all the time. However, I don't know if you remember an app called Kick.
No.
Okay, it was a long time ago, but one of my daughters got groomed through that. So I think making sure that your children are up to date with what they're doing online and stuff like that. I must admit, it became a full-time job for me to police their phones, and it was really hard. Now, my girls, sounds a bit strange, but my girls have to put their phones in a certain place at night. So when they get up in the morning, I've got phones going off for days with alarms because they can't hear them, but I can. But for the fact that they have to remove their phones away, and don't get me wrong, I've caught them a few times. But I think it's just being vigilant as parents as well. No disrespect to Chippy. Obviously, he was fast asleep; he didn't know. But I just wanted to say that do what you can with the kids. And one thing I know is they have to earn the privilege back. You have to earn your trust back.
Yeah, exactly.
If
This
that-
is my whole point, but I wouldn't reprimand them by taking things off them, telling them not to do things. They have to learn the ways of the world. And I think the more you say to them, don't do a thing, like you're going to entice them to want to do that, but go underground with things. Do you know what I'm saying? Try and always make them be open and honest with you, whether it be good or bad. Say, you're not going to get into trouble as long as I know about it. Like,
Yeah. And it actually opened up a bigger thing for me and my kids, the trust with each other by being honest. And, you know, I've just caught you with your phone
yeah.
at 12 o'clock at night. So, you know, there's got to be consequences, but in the same respect, they've got to know that, you know, we're doing it for a good purpose as well, to keep them safe online, because you know, my kids have done mad stuff online, and I've had phone calls where somebody has said, did you know that this child was on live? I'm like, how the hell? You know? So, but that's one thing I would have done. I would have gone to, or tried to reach out to the parent. I've seen other children pop up.
Yeah.
I'm like, they shouldn't be on here. And reached out to the parent.
Exactly, like I say, it's not the crime of the century, actually, is it? It's just a kid being a kid. But I think the way that Max went about it, to me, was very underhanded, and it was a kick in the teeth to Chippy. End of. That's my opinion, and I won't take it any other way.
No. Well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I'd put my piece in, and take care. Have a nice afternoon.
You too. Thank you very much for coming up. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Jenny. Jenny?
Hi.
Hi.
You okay?
I am. Are you?
I'm nervous. I just want to say, Roblox is just as bad. I'm sorry, but I've had to block so many people off my daughters, and I've got every app, like, you know, where you can control everything. There's so many weirdos. It's the weirdos that are ruining it for kids.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But you can't stop kids from being kids.
This is my whole point. It's not the crime of the century. I fucked it when I was a kid. All my brothers and sisters did.
God,
my
so
kids
did.
And so's my grandkids. And don't tell me that not one of them is doing anything underhanded or sneaky behind the scenes, because I don't believe it.
We've all done it.
Exactly.
I think they're blowing it out of, like, it's silly. There's a lot worse things in the world than that.
Oh, sorry, do you know something? All of yous talk. Is any of my cockapoo get up in the comments? Because I've just got the carpet fit here for 2 seconds just to show me some samples. I'll have to go on mute a minute. So jump up in the box, please. Right. There you go. So I'll be 5 minutes on mute. So you just take... Oh, come on in.
Hi, cockapoo.
Hiya, love. I think Top Girl wants to come back up as well. She's going for round 2. Joe's laughing because she knows. No, do you know what though? I know it's difficult, isn't it? Because people will say, "Well, you haven't got kids, so how can you comment?" But I was a kid once.
Yeah,
I've done all kinds of shit.
children.
Do you know? Before, obviously, I'm of the age before internet. I remember sneaking out of the house, and to get back in, I'd left the back window open in the dining room, and I tried to get myself through the window. My mum caught me half in and out. Do you know what she did? She pushed me out and told me to go and sleep in the greenhouse.
Oh, God, my dad used to chase me up the hill.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had my childhood before the internet, because if I don't remember it or there's no pictures, it didn't happen. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Exactly that.
The thing
I think it's internet and phones that have ruined the kids
Oh,
nowadays.
yeah,
They're not kids anymore.
Yeah, I agree
I
completely.
mean, they're great, but they can also be absolutely awful as well,
Yeah.
especially in the wrong hands or the wrong intentions. Do you know what I mean?
The thing
Yeah.
is as well, people expect you to be a helicopter parent, and that you can't always be that helicopter parent. Yes, you can do everything in your power to protect your children, but like Pearl did say, the only way they are going to learn is by making mistakes. It's how we learnt growing up. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
43 and I've fucked up many a time as a kid, but it taught me the ways of the world.
Morning, ladies.
Oh,
Morning,
hello.
Dave.
Oh,
Afternoon.
hello,
even.
Cockapoo, you all right?
Yeah, I'm running this live. What do you want? What's your name?
Just wondering, the discussion is about computers and the children and that in it, and like everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Listen, it's quite funny how I say something and then 6 months down the line, people start mentioning it. People automatically assume, yeah, oh, I know where my kid is. He's in his bedroom on the computer. So instead of going out to play, right?
Yep.
Because people used to think, oh, if they know where the kid is on the computer, they're safe.
No, they're not.
You're not safe on the computer. You're more safer now going out to play.
Absolutely.
You're more safer than kids going out to play. And if you know, when kids are on the old Xbox and all this, I don't care, like whatever. Every child will swear with their mates. They'll have the banter with their mates. They think the mum and dad ain't listening. It's not the crime of the century, you know. And kids will be fucking kids. The problem is now, a lot of opinions come from people that are fucking snowflakes.
Yeah.
That is the problem we have. And with this app, there's so many hypocrites that want to talk about kids this, kids that, kids
and selective outrage.
It's just selective of who you want to say, whose kid. You can never say someone's kid's done something bad because they're not your fucking kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when it comes to the PC, I mean, my twins, they have the old computer, but they also go out down the park. You know, their mum stands on the park, but they're on the park with the children. They're playing, they're being normal children. And then when they're on the old Xbox, I dare say, listen, they sit there. I've had fully grown arguments with my children and their children. And, you know, they've swore at me before. And no cunt's going to cause me kids out for swearing or anything like that. They're children. It doesn't mean your child's a little brat or your child ain't been brought up properly. It's fucking kids living and learning the way of life of being around other children.
They're in a stage of talking to you how they want it, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, what you got to do, wrap them up in cotton wool and put them in a cupboard.
Exactly. I mean, my youngest, as much as my youngest, she'll be 9 in May, and she's quite tech savvy with a phone and an Xbox. But the one thing that kid loves to do is go and play out on the estate.
Yeah, 100%. And no creator or no person on this app can comment on anybody else's child when they don't lead a good example themselves on a platform.
Exactly.
100%.
This is where, like, it's all fucked up with this app now. We're now judging children's upbringings and parenting and...
Yeah, who are we to judge other people's parenting?
You're not.
Exactly.
No one's children should be in anybody else's mouth. Whether you've seen their children do something or whatever, your opinion means fuck all because you're not feeding them kids.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I just wanted to come up because I thought, I've been saying for a long time, people have been saying, I know where my children are. They're in the bedroom. They're on the computer. They're safe. Now, listen, I'm so sorry to absolutely make you think different. The worst place your kid could constantly be when he comes home from school or she comes home is in the bedroom with their earphones on playing fucking Roblox or anything like that.
See, Roblox is banned in my house. I won't even let my children.
It is the worst place for predators. You're better off.
Social media as well, Dave. It's so responsible for depression in kids.
Everything. Don't get me wrong. It is down to the, like, no one can judge. It's down. Obviously, we're parents. We're always going to monitor what our children are doing. But listen, our children, soon as their parents' backs are turned, they're on that old Xbox and they're swearing with their mates, thinking they're little gangsters, and they're giggling because of, they're giggling because the things they're saying, but they're being children. Children are children, man. Look at us when we was kids. I was shitting in people's letterboxes, nicking people's cars, drinking Diamond White, or playing Knock-a-Door Run. I was giving old people fake £5 notes just so I can change it for the youth club.
Can I know what Diamond White is, please?
Diamond White is absolutely lethal cider.
It's paint stripper with alcohol in it.
Yes, cockapoo. You've got it.
Talking about like the children, I was like, my daughter's an angel, this, that, and the other. She never swore. And I heard her say tramp to her friend the other day.
Yeah, you'd be surprised because, listen, and children, this is where I just don't get it. Children.
Mad Dog 2020.
They are what they say on the tin. They are fucking children.
They are. They've got to learn.
But I wouldn't let her swear at me, though. I think that's
we're not saying that.
She doesn't swear at you. She corrects you. She pulls you in line.
Yeah, we're not saying.
You met her,
saying that, cockapoo. We're not saying that, Top Gear. What we're saying is, when children are around their friends, they're living their little childhood. They're saying naughty things they know they shouldn't say, but they say it because they're with their friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Frogger, if she was listening to me, she would call you a cunt right now. But she wouldn't say that, you
It's
fucking
like,
cunt.
I remember
I've
my
actually met
eldest
TG's
swearing.
daughter, and she's actually very polite. She's very well behaved, and she corrects her mother. She's
I love
Beautifully
that.
spoken as well, her daughter.
I love
Amy,
that.
you were going to say something.
My eldest swore. I mean, it was completely by accident. She fell up the stairs and she went, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And she was only about 9 or 10. And I sent her to her room, but then I called
see,
her
I'd laugh at that.
downstairs because I felt such a hypocrite because I swear, and I'm like, listen, I know you do it around your friends and when you're out on the estate and when you're on your games and whatnot. Just don't do it to me. And we
Yeah,
won't have a
see,
problem.
that'd be different for me, but I'm a different kind of parent to everybody else.
Exactly.
If
Everyone
I heard my
parents
child
differently.
say that, I'd fucking have to turn my head away because I'd laugh, and
I
then I'd
did
say,
laugh,
"You can't
Dave.
say
That was the problem. I sent her upstairs. I was laughing. I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ!"
Yeah, but it's because, like you say, they're picking things up when they're out with their friends, and
Of course they do.
and you got it. Look, they all go on the side. I mean,
But also they pick it up from the adults as well. Because I mean, when my kids were small, when one of my daughters was annoying the other one, and we're in the kitchen and we heard her from the distance saying, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" We couldn't help but laugh, but they had to tell her off.
my
Yeah, but
boys
the
have
thing
got
is,
an
how can you
iPhone.
correct something in the right context when it's been used in the right context?
My twins, they've got an iPhone each, and the only app they've got on it is WhatsApp. That's
Yeah.
the only thing they got. They got no other app. They're not allowed on it. Their mummy's very strict.
I'm the same with my 14-year-old. She's got WhatsApp and Facebook, and that is it.
How old are your twins, if you don't mind us letting us know, Dave?
14.
14. Oh, so they're older
Oh,
than
that's
Mia.
fine,
Mia
it's my
has
daughter.
Mia's begged us to have TikTok, but at the moment we've said no.
Yeah, see, I'm having that with my eldest. She's like, "Yeah, but Mum, you can knock it down," and I'm like, "I don't care."
Yeah, my
I'm not
twins
having
though,
it.
they're the most politest children. You would never think they're from my cloth. Swear to God, now. Their mum's
I know
from-
that.
Lovely, I've seen them
Their
online.
mother has done such an amazing job. You'd never think they were my children. They're so polite. They have manners. They, you know, if you ask them if they want something, they look at each other before answering. But then when they're on the Xbox, because I had an Xbox once and I was like on their gaming stream with them, and oh my God, you fucking, yeah, fucking, and I'm sitting there listening. I'm going, "Oi, lads, you calm this down a little bit. Your dad's here listening to this fucker."
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, honest question.
Go on,
So,
babe.
given that they're 50% your DNA and they're 14, you telling me that they're not pulling the wool over their mum's eyes?
100%. Listen, they come out with me, yeah?
They're
They
too
come,
clever, these kids.
they
these
come out
days.
with me, and I'll say to them, if we're out and about and someone leaves something, I'll say, "Oh, go and grab that still saw off the garden, bab." "Nah, Mum, you're mad, Dad." I say, "No, just come on, quickly, put it in the boot." I'll say, "We'll split the money, just put the still saw in the boot." "Nah, she's going to kill us, Daddy."
Nope.
They'll argue, and then what they'll say, "Dad, if I do it, Colton or grass on me," or Presley will say, "If I do it, Presley or grass on me." So they got they pull the wool over their mother's eyes, and when their mother says no, they're on the phone to the dad, but they are the same. They're always on their Xbox, and then they also go out with their friends. But when they do go out, their mother still stands on the park with them.
See, I don't have Xboxes and game stations in my kids' bedrooms. It's the one thing I won't have them. I won't have them upstairs. I have them downstairs where I can hear them and see them.
Kelly, I can unblock you, but you have to
See,
start
am I a bad parent that I didn't buy me a Xbox or a PlayStation because I just don't. I don't know who to
You're not a bad
No,
parent.
everybody's
No one can
everyone's
judge
different,
you.
Top Girl. Everyone is different.
No one could judge you on your parenting because you haven't bought your child a computer.
No.
No one can
It's
judge
not
you.
as if no, guys. It's not that I can't afford it. It's because I can't regulate who she's talking to and who she's not talking to on games and stuff.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think you're a bit tight and that. You know, it's a bit out of order that your kid ain't
Can I
got
just
an
touch
Xbox.
on something quickly that Dave, you said earlier about
Sorry,
children
everybody, I'm back.
Right,
just
Pearl,
about
we're talking.
children being
Oh, wait,
safer
I've got you turned down. What
This
you
is
Pearl,
saying?
outside.
be quiet. Pearl, we're talking. Please be quiet. Carry on with it.
Sorry. Just about when you said that, let your children go out to play, they're probably safer outside than they are on the
Yes.
computers inside. I do agree that they're not always safe on the computers on the inside, but they're just not safe on the outside either. They're really not.
Switch.
Yes, but this is what I was saying. It comes to the point where people were saying, "Oh, my kid don't go out. I know my kid's safe because my kid's in the bedroom on their computer." Now, what I'm saying is this day and age now,
They're definitely not.
Unfortunately, because all these predators and that know what they're doing, they know now that their children are on computers. They're
Yeah,
not
I
out
agree
playing.
with that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But they're just
That's
not
the
safe
problem. It's not-
outside either. I mean,
No.
it's the world we live in.
Yes,
They're not
100%. I'm not
safe
saying.
anywhere.
I'm not saying they are safe outside, but there was a stage where everybody was saying, "Oh, I know where my kid is. They're not out playing. They're on the computer."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now it isn't that saying no more. Your kids, you might know where your child is, but just because that child's playing a game with earphones in, it doesn't mean that child's safe.
No, they're not.
That-
You're right.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm
You
saying.
don't
So
know
it
what
has
people are
changed.
saying or whatnot because you can't hear them.
And next thing you know, I know it sounds horrible. I'm not going to, to put down on it, but it starts on the computer. And then when you do let them out to play, there's some fucking dirty predator that's questioned your child that fucking much. They're sat waiting, and it's just absolutely awful. It's
Exactly, I
disgusting.
agree.
Yeah,
So
no,
this
you're right.
is-
You are
but
100%
no
right.
one can judge anybody's parenting. No
they
one.
can't.
You
No, I
can't
think
even
parents
parents
in today's world can't win, to
if
be
one
honest.
child's
No,
got a pair of
you're right
shoes
there,
on with
Rebecca,
an
you
hole
can't.
in, if someone's got a child with shoes with an hole in, you have no rights to question. You don't know what the family's going through, what the parents going through. But if that child's got the love that it needs off the parents, it will work out okay.
Exactly.
They're
Yeah.
just
Fact.
materials that doesn't make a child happy. A bit of love, bit of cuddling, and
Yeah.
growing up through life.
Exactly. My point, 100%. Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can't buy your child to be happy
And
and be safe.
everybody parents different. It doesn't
Yes.
matter how many times people say, "Oh, well, I do this, well, I do that." Well, good for you. You do you, boo, and I'm gonna do me with mine over here. It's like my kids. They come home from school and they let loose. My little one is a Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
But at school, the
Yes.
sun shines out of her arse, and she's impeccably behaved.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
when
and
they
they're
go out-
behaving at the right places and at the right times, and they're being
when they're out and
children
about
when they
at
want to be
people's
children.
houses, they behave. They're well mannered. They say please and thank you.
But do you
I think
agree
that's
as
fine.
well? Sorry for butting in. Do you
No,
agree
you're
as
good.
well that big up my Millie, thank you, my baby. Do you agree as well not to make your kids be underhanded and go underground about things? Always
Yes.
try and make them be honest
Yes.
and open.
Very much
Yeah,
so.
your household should be open for your
Yes.
open enough for your children to
completely.
come to you with
You
anything.
have to
I
give them
believe.
enough rope. You have to give them enough rope to trust them and them to trust
Exactly.
you.
Absolutely.
See,
Like,
that's
I've
one
got
good
twin
thing.
15-year-olds.
Yeah,
They're
sorry,
16 in a month, and there's nothing that, and I know there's nothing that they would never come to us and say or do or.
My daughter's the same. She's 15 July, and she
Oh,
will
thank you. You really
she'll
didn't have
talk
to
to
do
me
that,
or
but
her
thank
dad about absolutely anything.
I mean, we've got to remember that there's going to come through a stage in life with our children as they're growing up. They're going to be wanting to do things that they know we're not going to want them to do because it's part of growing up from a child. And they're going to be a little bit sneaky and they're going to tell a few porcupines.
But also,
And
they have to make their own mistakes, Dave.
That's
don't
the
they? They have to make
experience
This
of
is it.
child's growing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they've
Just
got
gone
to
through.
learn.
But my moral is this, yeah?
Dave,
Never
you keep jumping
judge.
on me.
Never judge anybody's parenting and
Yep.
never have someone else's child's name in your fucking mouth when that child
Well
is
said.
not yours and you are totally irrelevant with your fucking opinion. On that
Exactly.
note, I want you all to have a great day. You're all great parents.
Dave, before you go, can you do more hide and seek with DG?
Yeah, we've got, I've got to
please.
go. I'm
And Darren.
going out now to try and find I'm going out this afternoon to get a thong and some Nutella, and then
Yes,
we're going to.
everybody who doesn't know, me and Dave will be on live together at 6. He's having his
Not the
thong on
thong.
over top of his shorts, going in the supermarket with his Nutella round the crutch area and do a few pranks.
Honestly,
So
though, that hide and seek is the funniest thing I've seen in a long time.
I was
Good bit of banter.
crying.
But anyway, guys, it's a good subject you're talking about as well. And it's nice to come into a live sometimes. I'm all about the jokes and the pranks and stuff like that. But serious stuff, it's nice to listen to and see that
out,
people are on the same.
Dave. Get out. You've been too level-headed. Sorry and all that. Out. See you at 6 o'clock.
I just want to say,
Out, Dave! Out! You're being too sensible. Piss off. Sorry, everybody. Go on.
I've just gone through, my 15-year-old has done the mum, I'm staying at my parents', but got drunk.
No.
So instead now of being cider as our
Mate,
first
you've
drink,
got a neck like an old stroke fucking
Oh,
turkey.
Jesus.
Sorry, carry on.
Instead of it being the first drink of cider now, it went to vodka.
Oh Christ!
Yeah, they all
They went
do.
straight for the hard stuff. Jesus Christ!
Exactly. We live by the sea. So,
Yeah, so do I. I'm in Cornwall.
Can she finish?
but I must say, she phoned me up and she said, Mum, I'm too drunk, come and collect me. And she explained it afterwards. And the next day, like, I didn't go harsh on her. Don't get me wrong, I had her up at 8 o'clock in the morning doing her housework. But I sat and I spoke, and it was more the concern. She was by the sea, anything could have happened. And I did that way with her.
Yeah.
But it was the fact, there's no soft stuff with cider anymore. It went straight to the vodka.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it?
Sorry, mods. Anybody who's had the say, can we ring change and let people in the boxes? I'm sorry.
I'll drop now. Thank you.
I'm
for letting me
listening.
up.
Hi, Aunt Sally. No, you're welcome. Anybody's welcome in.
Hi,
I
Aunt-
want you all to have your opinion, so let everybody have the opinion by keep bringing change. Except for Aunt Sally, she's here to stay. She's part of the furnishings. And my top girl, yes, but she's keeping it right while I'm just doing the mess what these lads has just done. So
Sally,
carry on.
hi, I've not seen you in ages.
Darling, I've been around. I sit back and sit quiet sometimes. But I've been listening to this conversation for ages, just sitting in the background about the children. Just repeat it to me, Pearl, so I'll follow you.
Well, it was now mucky, Aunt Sally, so I didn't really think you'd be interested.
Hello.
Do you know what I'm just saying? Like, Aunt Sally's only interested in a bit of dirty chat. So that's all I'm saying on the matter. I'll go back on mute.
Hello, beautiful Pearl. Hello, all ladies.
Hi, me baby. Go on,
Hello.
Hiya,
I'm just...
Toxic. Just before you start, who was
Yeah.
next? Donna, was it? Or Lady
Oh,
Rebecca?
sorry.
Yes,
sorry,
keep them in the
I've
right
been
order, my
talking,
top
top
girl.
girl,
Just why
thanks.
I sort these things, please. Thank
Was
you,
it you,
everybody.
Lady Rebecca?
No, I've been speaking, thanks.
Oh, Donna?
Hi.
Hiya.
It was just a quick one. I'm a bit confused with this Max and Chippy's son. Did she actually see him on a live?
Yeah.
Why didn't she did she go in and say to him, get off the live now or I'm going to ring your dad?
I haven't a clue.
I don't know, Can we not share it to Max so she can give her side? Because I've missed more. I was in and out of the lives at the weekend, but I hardly listening.
Because surely to God, that's the first thing you do, wouldn't you? You end this live now. I'm already on the phone to your dad and I will tell him.
Yeah,
This was my whole point. There was other ways around it. Max has been in the live, and I have asked people to share it because I want her to come in because I don't think she was happy with my opinion on things today. But I will always be truthful about it. I think it was underhanded, and she could have went around it a different way.
Shall I?
Yeah, share it to her. Share it to her, please. Go on, I'll just go back on mute.
Yeah. Sorry, Aunt Sally, carry on, love.
Allowed me to speak.
Aunt Sally, you can speak. I don't know whether Rembo is ready yet.
Yeah. Well, if Aunt Sally wants to go first.
Started taking the pee when
Aunt Sally, you're on the speaker. We can hardly hear you, love. DJ, talk about me again. You're getting muted.
Right.
Okay.
Who are you talking about?
Aunt Sally, I'm getting bullied in the comments.
Oh, just
Say
ignore
no
them.
notice to top girl. Nobody's getting muted, and you're entitled to your opinion.
That's right, darling. Do you know, yeah, I was saying I was trying to have a little say, and then, as usual, Pearl came in, closed me down, taking the pee out of me, as always, trying to make me sound vulgar and rude when she knows I'm a minister, right? And I was trying to come in and have a serious conversation to show you all, even though I'm a prat, I do have common sense on this subject about children. And my last words were, Pearl, can you just remind me the exact conversation before I give my opinion?
Go on then, you old tart. I was only phoning. Tell Aunt Sally about the
See
conversation.
what I mean, you old tart? Do you hear that now coming
It's
from her?
disgusting, Aunt
I
Sally.
met her. She's my friend who stands on the corner with me.
Get her, Aunt Sally. Get her. Get her.
She
Immediately.
stands there with me here, sticking her leg out, waiting for the cars to stop. I say, Pearl, pack it in.
All the
yourself at
secrets
'em.
are out.
I said you're throwing yourself at them. Now listen, keep it clean, Pearl, please. What's this about the children now? It's about parenting, something to do with chips. What's going on?
Shall I give you a backstory quickly?
Yeah, go on,
So
my
I'll
So,
give
chocolate.
do you know
Thank you.
Chippy, who does the FYP?
Yeah, I know chips.
Right. His son was caught on a live stream. I think he was battling an older person. Someone called Max recorded. Chippy's here. Chippy can. I'll invite him. His son got recorded and sent to Canadian Angie as gossip. That's what I know. If I'm getting it wrong, Chippy will. And now we're talking about internet safety and our kids.
So, Aunt
Oh, I've got
Sally,
you
I'll
now.
just finish this bit off here. My opinion was Max come in the chat and I said, listen, Max, you're my friend, but I wouldn't be a real friend if I didn't have my real opinion. I said, I think it was very snaky, very underhanded. You had no needs to do that. You'd rung his sister. She could have left a voicemail to get in contact with Chippy. And in my opinion, it was a kick in the teeth to Chippy because they don't like each other. Fact.
Well, I think personally, mind your own
Hi,
business.
Chippy.
Not you. People, unless they're really underage children, mind your own business and maybe privately talk to the parent. Mind your own bit. If it was me, I would be saying,
Exactly.
mind your own business.
But Aunt Sally,
My
as
thing,
what she
not
done
yours.
as well was took it to a platform, somebody else that does not like Chippy with 2,000 or plus more people in, turned round and said, I've got gossip, but also what's come to me attention is she'd already let Canadian Bush and Albert know she was coming to the platform with this information. That's what,
And
I'll still
she
stand
said it was
by
gossip.
It was snaky, end of.
And
She said, I've got a bit of gossip
well,
for
you
you.
know, you've got
Thank
to
you.
look at the mentality of a person that chooses to gossip about a child. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, it's Chippy's business, no one else's. It's got nothing to do with anyone in here, what my kids do or how they do it or what they do, even though they're adults now. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly. Who are
Chippy
any of
got
us to
too
tell
many.
anybody how to be a
That's
parent?
right. They've got the nose up every dog's arse on this
Exactly,
site.
exactly.
And they need to mind their own business.
Exactly.
If it,
Hi,
you
Chippy.
know,
Do you want to
hiya.
have your say on it? Because it
Look,
is about you.
if it was about safeguarding, where's the videos of this adult that was
Bullshit.
Hold on, I'm saying, and that's why I'm saying it's bullshit, because if this was about awareness, like they tried to claim, they would have had videos and been in the live of this person, the adult, that was battling a child and interacting with a child online, regardless of it being my child. They would have done awarenesses on them. They would have gone in at them. They would have been sharing it out to that live to get them shut down, etc. They would have called them all sorts of names. They would have told them off. Where's the videos? Where's the awareness? There is none. It was all about spite and getting at me and trying to call me a bad dad. That's exactly what it was.
1,000,000%. And if Max wants in the live at any point, I know the live's being shared to her. She was in my comments this morning. She heard everything I had to say. I know she's not happy, but she's welcome in the box. If she comes in, mods, and there's not even any room, please drop somebody and put her in. She's entitled to her say. She's getting spoke about. But I agree with everything that you've just said there, Chippy.
I what they called it, Pearl. So I was awake. I was in my bedroom. He was in his bedroom, having his privacy. He told me he was going to sleep. Now, at 12:30 in the morning on a Saturday, am I not allowed to leave him alone to go to sleep? I do not have to sit there and sing him a lullaby. Do you know what I mean?
But at the end of the day, what's it got to do with anybody? If she was truly looking after a child, as she said, she would not, for firstly, took it to Canadian Bushes. Secondly, she got in contact with your sister, tried to ring her. Why didn't she just leave her a voice message? This is my point. The message would have got to you, whichever way. Nobody knew it was your son, except for Max, because she's heard his voice. Why did it have to be fetched to the app until now everybody knows it was your son? That was my point.
Because some people thrive on gossip. That's all they know what to do. They're so lonely within themselves and they've got something so low in themselves that they've just got to always find some fault in someone else.
I would say just admit you were wrong and just leave it at that. That's what I would say.
And again, for people saying it's a 13 plus app, go and give your heads a little wobble. Has anybody pulled the Canadian bush up for sitting saying, I've got nice ditties. In fact, I might just rub them now and see how they feel. Wish you could see them. That to me is actual content. Why has nobody been to Canadian bush and pulled her up? But again, a relevant person.
When did she say
sits
that?
on she said that on her live the other night. I listened to it with my two own ears.
Oh.
Yes, I spy on you, you witch, because I love to know, because not a night goes past when I don't get dug out for something. So that's why I listen, because I like the proof. But again, you're irrelevant. Nobody really gives a flying F what you've got to say, because you can't even be truthful about yourself.
And actually, can I just clarify? It's gone down. It's now a 12+ app.
You know what? It only suits. Do you know what? The people say it's a 12+ or 13+ app, right? When it suits them because they don't like the person.
Can we keep tapping the screen, please, and get your hearties in? Sorry, button in.
Otherwise, they don't care. It's a 13+ app.
Can I just say, I mean, at the end of the day, we've all got kids. We all know what they're like. It doesn't, whatever the age is, if them kids want on, they're going to get on.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
I think the best thing to do, I did a speech.
Breathe, Top Girl, breathe.
Look, I have an app on his phone. I have the Find My Kids app on his phone, so I can track him. I can see where he is at all times. I can listen to his calls if I need to. I can shut down all his internet. He's now been warned that phone's gone.
Chippy, please, for 1 second, can I just say something to you? Stop explaining your parenting to all people on the app who you do not know. You do not have to explain to anybody how you parent your child.
I don't. No, I try my best.
Do you know what I'm
and that's all
saying?
I
So
can say.
stop explaining. It's not a judge, jury and court. Why it's being fetched to the app, again, is through Max. And I'll say it as it is. It had no needs to be fetched to the app. It was done out of pure vengeance, in my opinion. A kick in the teeth to you will kick you while you're down. And that is that. And
Pearl, can I just say something, please?
yeah.
I'm a mother of 5, and my eldest is 32, and he was, sorry, Aunt Sally, a little bastard. I grew up, Pearl, I don't know whether you know the place in Ireland, in Ballymum.
You're very muffled, Manic. You're muffled.
The high rise. Do you know the high rise in Ballymum?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And Sally, I raised my son in there, and I swear he used to be out with the horses. He used to be everything, right? And I swear to God, nobody interfered. Everybody would be like heads. If there'd be washing machines, couches, everything coming over the balconies.
That's right, especially if the police came in.
Oh, stop! There'd be everybody. The kids would have everything gone underneath their jackets. They'd be all in the stairwells. But then I had 2 in their 20s, and I'm going through an awful time with them now. And Chippy, listen till I tell you something. I don't want
2 minutes, me baby. Have you got earplugs or something in?
Yeah, me speaker's broke.
Can you? Oh, never. You sound like a fucking Dalek.
Sorry.
Hurry up
I'm
then about
so
it,
sorry.
baby. No, go
right,
on.
listen. I'm going through a terrible time with my 2 daughters, right? They're not talking to me at the minute. But listen, I'll get over it. It's just floored me since July. I'm in the bed, right? And then I have twins that are 15, and they're autistic. And when I try to explain to them to do activities and things, they say to me, but this is our thing. Like, we have to move on. Like, my son in his 30s would never have had a computer ever in his life. But the 15-year-olds, the computers are coming in. It's their thing. My 2 are like geniuses on the computers.
Yeah.
So, and do you know what, Aunt Sally? I've had multiple nervous breakdowns and been sectioned multiple times, right?
Yes.
And I've done a huge amount of counselling. And the best line that I've ever heard was, mind your own business. If everybody in their own circle minded their own business, their own children, their own grandchildren, themselves, the world would be a much better place. That's all I wanted to come up and say.
That's right, darling.
Aunt
Thanks,
Sally,
my
I
Manic
love
Paws.
you. Pearl, I love you. Chippy, fuck them girls.
Exactly.
I'm with you all. Do you
I
know what I
hope you
mean?
feel better, Toxic. I hope you're okay.
I will. I've
Thanks,
been
me
through it
baby.
before. It'll break soon,
It'll
please God.
pass. This too will pass.
Oh.
And they look like any parent. I put rules in place like any parent, and he broke it. He knows he's not allowed to go live. He broke it. What can I do? I can't do anything because he's already done it.
Yeah,
I have
don't
to tell him why he
explain
can't do
like
it.
she said, Chip. Don't you give them the satisfaction of an explanation of how you parent your child.
Exactly.
So,
It's not
you
the
know what I
crime of the
mean?
fucking
You're a
century.
father. You do your best. Sod them.
Listen, all I'd say
Chippy,
is,
while you're here, I know we're on this subject. Can I just say something to you? Because again, I want to be open and upfront, right? I seen a little thing this morning of your live about the Haley one, right?
Yep.
So I have put a comment on there, and I don't know if you've seen it or if you haven't.
No,
I
I
said,
haven't.
"Come on, Chippy, even if it's friends, call them out for the bad behaviour." She's running her lives and saying people's come with no proof, people's come with lots of proof about video clips, what's come out of her mouth and lots of things. But what I'm trying to say is just because people done that beautiful thing at Christmas does not mean you're in their back pocket and you can't call them out.
Right, so I get what you're saying. But I am just keeping out of it. I'm keeping out of it, and when people are coming with facts, then I
Like,
can deal
which
with
facts do you want to see? Like,
I don't want to be involved. That's the whole. I just don't want to be involved. I don't want to be involved.
See, to me, like, listen, and Chippy, you know where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a good place, but if you do a F page, right, my opinion is whether they be friends or foe, I think to do a good a page, you have to be real with them. Just me and Max are friends, but it didn't stop me from calling her out this morning that I thought she had a dig at you. End of.
And like I say, I know what you're saying, but I'd rather just keep out.
So that's what I'm saying, and this is why people say all these platforms are biased and this, that, and the other. I think people need to get more of a backbone, speak up. You're not falling out. You're just saying it like it is, like people can see what's happening in front of everybody's eyes. And to me, all them other people that's been shut down for years was allowed their opinion. When they've started coming out with things, people are only quick to jump on them and say, you're liars, this hasn't happened, that hasn't happened. So to me, it's one-sided. And I've never once stopped Haley or her current mods or friends. Kirsty, can you mute up a minute, me baby? You're echoing. I've never pulled Haley over the coals or done anything. I said she's allowed in any time she wants and she can come and have a say, but she's telling people on her platform, we've been muted, we're not allowed in the boxes. That's a load of lies, Chippy, a load of lies. And I'll stand here and say it with chest. They can come in right now if they want. None of my mods has ever muted or blocked anybody unless it's certain things they speak about and they only get muted, not blocked. There, snooze, jump in the box. I was muted and you've been explained what for, right, Chippy? Snooze, get in the box. Snooze felt the need to comment, spam, whatever you call the chat, and she was pissing everybody off with a comment. That's why you got muted. You've been told, if you want to get in the box now and have your opinion, feel free and get in. It's not a biased platform. You're allowed your say. So don't fucking start pulling that in the comments.
I'm going to say it in the comments. You need the guts to say it on here.
I'm not going to listen to hearsay. If there's any hearsay, I'm not going to listen to it. I do not like Ginger Gemini and them because they're just nothing out but they'll twist every fucking fact and turn it into a fiction to make it.
They haven't twisted it. They've come with the proof. So how they
well, this is why I don't want to get involved because, like I said, I have not watched any of it. I don't want to get involved. What do you call it? I've spoke to Haley this morning. I just don't want to be involved. I don't believe half the shit.
Come on, you do me one thing. I know you're saying you do want to get involved, but I think she watches my lives, so I've said it 1,000 times. Can you just tell her it came out of my mouth or I told you? She's never been once stopped from coming onto my platform. Her current mods, her friends, she can come in anytime she wants. I've even said I'll drop people from the boxes, let people up one at a time to ask her the questions to show their proof. And you know for why? She's been caught out, in my opinion, in a million lies, a bullying, a coercive behaviour, whatever you call it, the manipulation, and that's why she won't get in a box. And she's never going to get in the box, let's be real, because there's too much proof against her. Sorry, Chippy, I'm not dragging you into it, but I'm having my gospel honest opinion too.
Just respectfully, I just don't want to get involved.
That's fine, that's fine.
Ailey's been, like I say, Ailey's done nothing to me. She's been good to me, and that's how I'm going to treat her.
And again, Mac's never done anything to me, and she's been good to me. But I still was prepared to call her out about you this morning because I thought it was underhanded, it was wrong, and she done that to have a dig at you, and nothing more, nothing less. That's what it was for.
I think what Pearl's trying to say. Oh, fuck
Go
off.
on, just breathe, top girl, just breathe.
I'll speak tomorrow.
Just breathe, top girl.
Personally, I think it comes across as fake. I'm not having a go at anyone, but it comes across as fake.
Exactly.
Anyway, right.
You mean fake from me?
No. If Chippy isn't going to comment, it just comes across as fake. You're just having a back.
I'm being honest. I'm being honest with myself. I don't want to be involved.
Exactly, and you can't be forced to, but it's when you're doing these F pages, and I even say the same to Luke or to Donna or to Dan. Dan starting is in the morning, the same as Alex, the same as anybody, EQ, whatever. If I fuck up on this app or get caught out for doing something, or there's lots of things coming against me, call me out, say what you've got to say. Let people come up and have the say even into your lives.
But then again, Pearl, look, listen, right, so there's enough people calling her out right now. I think there's enough piling on her. They don't need me to
They're
join
not piling on her, Chippy.
No,
Come on, for God's
what I'm saying
sake.
is, you don't need me to join in because why is it
Well,
so
you
important
making
for me
us
to
sound
join
like
in?
an absolute bully group. That's my opinion, what you're trying to say there, Chippy.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Well,
there's
to me
enough
it
people
is.
going at her at the moment.
Because
and
she's
doing what
put
they're
that
doing.
many people off.
It's no more than she does to
That's
others.
fine. That's your opinion. That's fine. But what I'm saying is I've not got involved. I've deliberately not got involved. And I don't want to be involved. And that's me just being honest with you now. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to be involved. So
right, I have give you the chance just to have your speak on that. So, because you do this F page, Chippy, listen, I've got to say it as it is. So why do you feel the need, if I do anything like you did the other day, you pulled me up on it, you pulled Dan up on things, you pull everybody else up, but
I don't pull them on everything. I don't do it on everything. I do it on certain things or maybe something that I feel like I want to talk about. I don't always pull everybody on everything.
Sorry, Chippy, Suze, whatever you call it. Get up in the box. Nobody's stopping you from asking a question. Stop being facetious in the comments. Jump up in the box and come and ask your question. Sorry, Chippy, go on.
I'm just saying that I don't get involved in everything. I get involved in some things I don't. Some things I leave alone. Some things.
So again, bias then.
Well, if you want to say it's bias, you can, but I can't. I'm not the police. You know what I mean? I don't want to be involved in everything.
But if you've just been that statement, you're not the police. That's the whole part of TikTok, the whole part of the F pages. Why do you feel the need then to speak on other things out? It's just come out your mouth. You're not the police.
I just think some things need talking about. Some things don't.
Exactly my point, and she needs fucking spoke about.
But I'm saying there's enough of you already talking about it. I think he's got enough to deal with right now. There's no need for me to be involved.
Oh, well, I just think
it's just how I feel. You know what I mean? I can't help how I feel, Pearl. I'm just being honest with you here. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, yeah, all right, then I'll get involved, because that's not what I want to do. I want to stay out of it.
Exactly, but it was the same with the top. I'll say another thing like it, for instance, it was the same with the Top Girl and the Alex thing. You couldn't wait to get in there, and it was all one-sided in my opinion.
I stayed out of it. I did ask. All I said on that was that the two friends, I don't want to be involved, and that nobody knows what the translation was. That's all I had to say in it, and I left it alone.
There was lots of people come on the app and said that translation was not what everybody tried to make it. But again, I don't know. I just think, who are people on here to sit and think, well, I'll speak on this, but I won't speak on that. And if you're going to speak and have an unbiased platform, just speak about it. You're
People
not
ask me
losing a
about,
friendship.
how
And
I
that's
feel
what
about. I don't like Ginger Gem, and I know I don't like her. I don't like her. I can't help that. Sorry.
And that's your opinion, and she'll maybe not like you.
Yeah, probably.
Like, it works both ways. I mean, if she's in here, she's more than welcome to jump up. You're being spoke about, you can jump up. Hi, is this you, Snoop? Snoop, are you the one who wants to ask a question? No, I don't think she realised she's... No, that was Sue, sorry.
Right, I'm gonna go now, Pill, because obviously I came in to talk about bloody what you're talking about on Young and that, so...
Yeah. But again, even still, I'll have the last say, don't explain your parenting to nobody. It's got nothing to do with nobody on this app.
Yeah, I agree. All right, see you later.
Okie doke, bye.
Bye.
Can we mute up, please? Fucking hell. Not muting up, out. Freddie, do you know you're in the box? No, out. Cheryl, do you know you're in the box? Cheryl?
I'm going to jump back down into the comments, Pearl. See you in a bit.
So, Rebecca, thank you, my baby, for having... You're all right, Freddie. So, if anybody else wants to come up and have an opinion on what's just been said, please feel free. You're all entitled to your opinion. Nobody's going to get shut down for it. So, but I just do think there's a lot of underhandedness on this app. There's a lot of, because you're my friend, I'm not calling your bad behaviour out. However bad your behaviour gets, you carry on with it. I'm your friend and I'll just blow smoke up your ass and I'll never tell you when you're in the wrong. That's my opinion on it. Fuck everybody. Dan out when he does something wrong, and I'll kick him from the box and I'll tell him to shut his mouth, the same as I will with Luke, the same as I would with Donna, the same as I would with anybody. But it doesn't stop me from being the fucking friends. I think in my opinion, precious stuff, it makes me more of a friend for being real and not blowing smoke up the butthole. And that to me is a real person, not fucking fake. Not fake. Come on, that's people on here have a backbone. Me and Luke argue on a daily basis, me and fucking Dan does, but it doesn't mean we're not friends. And to me, and listen, Chippy, I know you're still in the comments, to me, I feel like you've been bought from that money over Christmas and you feel now in a position you cannot speak out. It's nothing about friendship. She blocked you. She must have just unblocked you. She'll kick you under the bus like she has done with Alex and with Corey. When she's got no use for you, she'll kick you. But to me, I always say, be a real friend and just be out there. Don't blow smoke up people's ass, because to me, I don't want a friend like that. I want somebody who's going to be real with me at all times. Sorry, I'll shut up now. And Sally, your mic is muffled.
I said a person that stands with you, even when, if you're a real friend, even when the app's against you, you stand with that friend. I stood with you all through it, Pearl. I love you on here, openly, online. And that's real friendship. You don't turn on a friend because they've made a mistake. You stand with them, support them and help them through it.
Sorry, I'm just looking for a comment. I've just seen something in here and saying, oh, there, what the frig am I doing to the screen?
Well, that's my opinion.
Pearl, what do you think to Blaster doing a thing with the vape? Where's it gone? Oh, man! With the vape. Sorry, where's the comment gone? Oh, wait there. Pretended to... fuck's sake. I've lost it. I don't know what did Blast... Well, with the vape, simulating oral something with a man. I don't know what you mean, Babby. Do you want to jump up in the box and come and say it? Precious, do you want to come up in the box? Have a vape, a BJ. Wait a minute, 1 second. Whoever it was, do you want to come into the box and tell us all about it? Because I haven't seen that. Precious! I haven't seen that, but come in and you can come up and show a screen recording if you want. I really haven't seen it. Then I will have my honest to God's opinion on it. But feel free, yeah?
Pearl, what do you think on Blaster doing that thing to the vape, stimulated something with a man? I don't want to say the word, on a man. That's what it said. Are you there, Pearl? Can anyone else hear me? Hello? Hello?
Sorry, I just had to get me little doggy under control.
I forgot I was talking then and my mic was down.
Oh, I don't know who I've invited. Sorry.
Is there anyone that can... Linz, can you get up and cam too for us?
Cam to what?
Oh,